Welcome to the Embrace Strength podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Crocker. I am an experienced trainer and active life professional. I work with people who are struggling with nagging pain to get back to the activities they love without fear of re-injury. This podcast is here to educate and provide value to you on all things health, fitness, staying active, and personal development. Let's dive in. Okay, welcome back to Feisty Friday. I'm excited about this episode today because I think it's going to open the eyes of a lot of people and hopefully be helpful. And I'm chatting through why working with providers who take insurance probably suck. So a lot of people will tell me, oh, I want to go through my insurance, or, oh, do you take insurance? And they're not quite understanding why that might not be the best option for them to get the help that they need. So a lot of healthcare providers are actually moving away from the insurance-based model because it sucks. And that's because insurance doesn't care about getting you the best care. They care about getting their money. And there is a lot that goes into being able to take insurance, and basically it comes down to the person you're getting help from. They're not able to give you what you actually need to get better because there's not enough time in their day. So I know people who have come from a physician assistant background, nurses, dietitians, and physical therapists who were working in the conventional medicine model, and they're moving to a cash-based practice because they see the limitations that they have with actually being able to help people. And so here are some specific examples. So with something like a nurse or a physician assistant, they can really only get in 15-minute appointments with you. And that's because they have to see a certain amount of patients during the day. And if you are dealing with a lot of health issues, lifestyle stuff, hormone stuff, gut stuff, there ain't no way a 15-minute appointment is going to be enough time to dig deep enough to truly help you, because they have to know about your background, your lifestyle, like what are you currently doing, like what does your exercise look like, and like really just to get an idea of the whole picture of what you're really dealing with. But, you can't do that in a 15-minute appointment. That needs to be like an hour appointment, but that's not realistic in the conventional medicine model. And going to the next category is something like a dietitian. So maybe you are someone who wants to see a dietitian that takes your insurance, and typically what that's going to look like is once a month appointments with no communication in between. So with them, you might get a longer appointment, maybe like up to an hour, but you are only talking to them once a month and no communication in between. And if you're trying to overhaul your nutrition and your lifestyle, a 1-hour appointment isn't going to be enough to help you, especially with something like nutrition. It's a lot of mindset involved too. And so you really need to be talking to somebody regularly to break through limiting beliefs. You need accountability, you need support, and all of that is going to be necessary if you really want to overhaul your nutrition and your relationship with food. So it's like, I know so many dietitians who have their own practice and do their own coaching their own way with like weekly check-ins or bi-weekly check-ins, because they see that that is what people need to truly get the help that they want and are looking for. And if we're talking about something like a physical therapist, so if you go to a conventional model physical therapy clinic, you are going to see the physical therapist for 10 or 15 minutes, and the rest of the time you are going to be doing exercises with the assistant watching you, or maybe they're walking around to the different patients and only checking up on you a little bit. And the reason for that is because physical therapists have to see multiple patients at a time. So a lot of times they are having to work through between 3 and 6 people at a time. And there's just not enough time for them to give you more attention. And you're probably sent home with some very basic exercises to do on your own. But at the end of the day, you're going to need more in order to make the progress that you need. And I have colleagues and friends in each of these categories who have completely left the conventional model to start their own business because they see they can't give people the lasting help and support that they need when they're working with insurance. And so my question for you is, if you're somebody who is stuck on finding somebody who takes your insurance, ask yourself, are you actually getting the quality of care that you need to change your life? Because if you are someone who is seeking out a professional in one of these categories, you probably are needing a big life change. And I just want you to ask yourself, like, is the care that I'm getting through this conventional model actually changing my life or solving my problem? Or does it not feel comprehensive enough? And the purpose of this episode and why I wanted to chat about this is to open your eyes as to why you probably haven't been able to get the help that you need or see the changes that you want to see going through your insurance. And it's totally not your fault. It's a broken system is the issue. And the reality is, if you want quality care that's going to change your life and give you lasting progress, you're probably going to have to look outside of insurance. And I'm going to close with this. If you're somebody who needs a recommendation for someone to go to, whether that's for nutrition, functional health like gut or hormones or autoimmune issues, or if you need a physical therapist who is cash-based and it's just not a fit for you to work with me, I want you to send me a message, because I have a lot of connections and colleagues in this whole health and wellness space that I can probably connect you with a person who can help you. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't even know where to start, I have these issues, I don't know how to find somebody that's actually going to be able to help me, reach out to me. I will help you find somebody to connect to who can hopefully get you the help that you need. And with that, I'm going to end. And so if you do want to send me a message to find a recommendation, you can find me on Instagram at AshleyCrocker127, slide into my DMs, or you can shoot me an email, ashley@embracestrength.co. Alrighty, talk to you next time.